Hey guys, it's Jay. This is my week 14 and 15 update. I'm sorry I wasn't able to come to you last week with an update. There's been a lot of life changes happening, and it's been a little hectic around here. So today is April the 10th. It's the first day of my new job. That's one of the changes that's been going on, but I can get into that a little bit later. So let's talk about week 14. Week 14. I was feeling a lot better. I had less nausea. I was working really hard, and we were short staffed at my most recent job, and so I was working a lot. Filling in for other caretakers. I'm a supervisor of an animal husbandry facility, so. Um, we were, taking care of. Basically, I was filling in for other people. I also, in week 14, went on a job interview. Or no, I didn't go on a job interview. I went on a job interview before that, but I was offered the job Monday, week 14. I accepted Tuesday and then began like the roller coaster of clearances. So that was hectic, plus on top of work. And then Lenny started working again. His work is more seasonal, so he started working again. And so week 14 was really hectic. I had cravings for a fruit salad. Like all I wanted was fruit salad and cheesesteaks. Um, really good cheesesteaks. So week 14 rolled on by us. We went to the doctor also in week 14. We got to hear the baby's heartbeat, and everything was really good. The heartbeat was strong. I got more blood work done, which was okay. So I think my doctor wanted to do a panel because I had weight loss surgery, so she wanted to get like my baseline hormone levels. So we did, or no, she ordered that, and then she told me that I had to do two gestational diabetes tests. So I was to come in as soon as possible to have the gestational diabetes test done. Obviously, you have to be fasted. With my new job, I'm not able to take any days off during the probation period. So that is really difficult, but I'll explain that more in week 15. So going into week 15, Monday, I took the day off because I had a bunch of clearances to do for my new job. So I had to go to the doctor and, get a physical and all that stuff. So I did that in the morning because my appointment was at 10 a.m. And if I were to do the gestational diabetes before that, I would be late for that appointment. So, because it takes about an hour and a half. So I went to the clearances, and it turns out my appointment was at 8 instead of at 10. So I had to wait until the doctor was able to fit me in, which wasn't until 11:40. Remind you, all this time I'm just drinking a lot of water and I'm starving, basically. So at 11:40, I go to see the doctor. I get out of there around 11:20. I rush down to my OB's office, and by then it's 11:57. I get baseline blood work done, and I get the blood panel for my hormones done, and then I drink the nasty orange syrup, and I wait around for an hour. Thank God I had a phone charger, and then I get my next set of blood work done. And then the first thing I did was run to, where did I go? I think I went to KFC to get some chicken and a biscuit. And then I went to Panda Express to get some rice and some, what else did I get? Some beef or something. But I was effing starving, you guys. That was Monday. Tuesday, I come in. I'm not feeling the greatest at work, but I have a lot of office work to do. So around, I would say 1:30, I'm sitting at the computer. My stomach starts to hurt. So my stomach is hurting, but how do I explain this? It's hurting, but it's hurting in a very specific location, like right above my belly button, right in the center of my stomach. So I'm a little freaked out, but I really haven't eaten anything since breakfast. So I leave a little early. I go get some tea to settle my stomach, and I think I got like a baguette or something, or like a piece of bread or something. I go home. Lenny leaves for work or for school, and I'm in, walking around with Liam, doing little things, and my stomach is hurting even worse. So I sit down. When I sit down, it's okay. When I stand up and walk around, my stomach is hurting worse. So I get in the shower, try to alleviate the pain, and I all of a sudden get nauseous. So I try to throw up, and I had the most excruciating pain in the center of my stomach. And the first thing it reminded me of was when I had that gastric, or when I had that bowel obstruction in my stomach had tied itself in a knot in two locations back in February 2012. That was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It was worse than labor. So immediately that's what I think of. So, I'm pacing. My stomach is still hurting. It seems to be getting worse. It's not like a pulsating pain like it was when my bowels were obstructed, but it's an on and off pain, but it's not like a pulsating pain. It's a little bit different, but it's in the same place. So I was a little nervous. So I called Lenny from school and I'm like, I need to go to the hospital. So he comes home. We go to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, my back starts hurting. So now I'm like, am I in labor? Like, what is going on? My back is like, it's radiating pain from the inside of my back all the way out to the sides of my back. And then my stomach is hurting right in the center of my stomach. So I'm just like in excruciating pain. We go to the emergency room. We wait around in the emergency room. That was at 7. I think we got there at 7. We waited around the emergency room. We're finally seen at like 11:45. Then we wait in a room in the back in the emergency room, and we're seen at like 4 o'clock by a doctor. No, I'm lying. It was probably like 3 o'clock by the doctor. She did an ultrasound. By that time, my stomach had stopped hurting. My stomach stopped hurting like 2 hours later. After we got to the emergency room. So the doctor comes in at like 3 something. She does an ultrasound, and the baby looks fine. Like the baby's moving around and like all active, and my bowels, like my intestines, look fine too. So there was no problem there. Um, so we go home, and of course, I don't go to work the next day. I got a doctor's note, and the first the doctor's like, "Oh, I'll give you a note, to return back to work on Friday." And I'm like, "No, Friday's my last day at that job. I wasn't there Monday. I won't be there tomorrow. Can I go back Thursday?" She's like, "Okay, but I was trying to give you a break." So I take the day off Wednesday. I feel a lot better. Go back to work Thursday, back to like super active work. I start feeling sick. I start feeling nauseous. I start feeling tired. I start feeling lightheaded. I leave work early. Friday comes, and by that time, Friday is my last day at this job, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling nauseous, feeling tired. I'm, just working because we're short staffed, so I leave early again. Saturday, I feel fine. We go to the winery that we're a member of. It's about an hour away from our house. It's called Old York Cellars. And if you're in that area, it's in Ringgold, New Jersey. If you're in the area or if you're close to Philly and you have transportation, I would definitely recommend, if you like wine, getting a membership there because it's amazing. But obviously, I wasn't able to drink any wine. But every 6 months, members get a half case of wine. So I was going to pick that up. So I picked up my half case of wine. Of course, now I have to stare at it for the next 6 months. So I was feeling fine. Sunday, feeling fine. Today was Monday, so that was week 15. Today is Monday, week 16. And I started the new job. So it's basically the same position, different facility. But we did a lot of walking around. I must have walked like 3 or 4 miles today, and I feel really tired. And then I had to go pick up Liam because Lenny had to go to work, so he dropped him off at the babysitter's house. And then we went to the market, and now I just feel sick and nauseous. I'm hungry. The last time I ate was at like 2 o'clock. So that was that. I'm going to try my hardest to film an Aldi haul right now. And that'll be up before this video. I'm going to post the Aldi haul tonight and then post this video in the morning. So I will come to you guys on Sunday. I'm going to start making these videos on Sunday. I'm going to come to you guys on Sunday with week 16 update. And then I also plan on making a video about a new planner that I just got. It's called the Law of Attraction Planner, and kind of explaining the Law of Attraction and how I use it to my benefit. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye.